If you think that Rapunzel is just a fairy tale invented by the Brothers Grimm, you must see these people with extremely long hair to believe. Let's take a look at 10 odd people with really long hair. Number 1. Daria Gubanova. Daria Gubanova stopped cutting her hair on a bet 14 years ago and turned into a real-life Rapunzel. The Russian beauty's amazing head of thick hair comes down almost to her ankles, similar to the fictional character. The 27-year-old, who lives in the city of Barnaul in south-central Russia's Altai-Krai region, says she will not trim her impressive mane until it reaches her toes. Number 2. Leanne Robinson. Leanne Robinson claims she bears such an uncanny likeness to Rapunzel that she can't even go out without being stopped in the streets because little girls think she's a princess. The 28-year-old mom from Retford, Nottinghamshire, takes hours to get ready because her almost 4 feet long mane is such a talking point with fairy tale obsessed youngsters. Leanne first started growing her hair 17 years ago, and now it measures nearly to her knees. Remarkably, however, it takes her only 15 to 20 minutes to blow dry her locks, which she keeps soft and shiny using ordinary shampoo and conditioner. Number 3. Aliia Nasyrova. Imagine living your life with the weight of a cat hanging around your head. That's how Aliia Nasyrova described what it's like to have 4.5-pound, 90-inch long hair. The 27-year-old who grew up in Russia has been growing her hair since she was 7. Her insanely long tresses have gained her more than 96,000 followers on Instagram and 22 pounds of hair care products. She currently lives in Riga, Latvia with her husband Ivan Balaban, who's proud of her for refusing to chop it off. Number 4. Fernando. Long-locked Fernando has been bullied out of school after cruel tormentors mocked her long hair. The 15-year-old, whose hair reached a staggering length of 4 feet 4 inches, had to put up with taunts from her classmates. The brave teen, who's only 12 inches taller than her hair, is now being homeschooled. Despite this, she has no regrets about her lengthy locks, even though maintaining them is no easy feat, and she has to get rid of tangles twice a day with a brush. When she goes out, Erin is forced to pull her hair back into a plate because otherwise it whips around like crazy. Number 5. Nguyen Van Chien. Mr. Nguyen Van Chien, age 85, from the southern province of Tangjiang, hasn't cut his hair in more than 70 years. It's now 4 meters long and weighs 2 kilos, over 4 pounds. Anyone who sees this man is impressed by his hair and his good health. Chien is a Buddhist. He built a small temple at home over 40 years ago. Since then, he's maintained a vegetarian diet and only eats 1 meal a day. Number 6. Andrea Colson. Andrea Colson, age 33, who was born in the US but now lives in Micronesia, credits a daily spoonful of peanut butter for her glossy 64-inch tresses, which are longer than 5 rulers. The Christian missionary also massages coconut oil into her hair twice a week and says she trims the ends to keep them in good condition. It takes 30 minutes for Andrea, who says Disney's Rapunzel is her inspiration, to plait her hair. She uses special hair ties to contain her thick locks and has been growing her now foot-skimming mane since she was little. She regularly gets stopped in the street by admiring strangers. Number 7. Gareth Robinson. In 2013, Gareth Robinson, who had been growing his mammoth 5-foot-long dreadlocks for over 2 decades, raised hundreds of pounds for charity by finally cutting them off. The man from Bournemouth, Dorset, was 16 when he first had his hair twisted and backcombed into the matted coils after struggling to find a style that he liked. He stuck with the do for 19 years until his knee-length locks were so long he sat on them by accident. His girlfriend, 22-year-old Jana Brizdalova, even had to hold the dreadlocks out of the way while he washed his face. Number 8. Chien Nguyen. This Chinese woman hasn't cut her hair for the past 11 years, and her locks now hang at 6 foot 7 inches long. In comparison to her long hair, 44-year-old Chien Nguyen only stands 5 feet in height, meaning that unless she ties up her tresses, it trails on the floor as she walks. Chien, who lives in Jiagang in the Guangxi province, treasures her hair so much she even collects any strands that drop out. She said many people have offered to buy her hair. The highest amount she's ever been offered was 20,000 yuan. That's about $3,500. Number 9. Sara Beygi. This teenager, who hasn't cut her hair for 5 years, has locks so long she can now wear it instead of clothes. Sara Beygi, age 19, is known as Madam Kush to her Instagram fans and has been dubbed the real-life Rapunzel thanks to her flowing brunette locks. The Californian's mane currently totals 3 foot 7 inches in length, more than half of her 5 foot 6 inch height, and she has plans to keep on growing it. Sara revealed she often ditches t-shirts in favor of styling clothes out of her hair. Number 10. Terelynn Russel. 3 girls have followed in the footsteps of their mother by letting their hair grow so long that it nearly touches the ground. Terelynn Russel, who lives in Morris, Illinois, with her husband and her children, has hair that is nearly 6 feet long. Now, her daughters are close to matching her achievement. Mrs. Russel regularly wins first place in longest ponytail competitions at annual carnivals and fairs, and her girls are following her example.